Hey guys, this is a new video which I'll teach you how to do a user's register. Okay, this time we will use a project which is a URL shorter. This project will be step by step in much videos combined with App Inventor. It will be MySQL, PHP and App Inventor. Okay, I already have a login system and another to create an account. That is this. It has email, last name, email, password, and the confirmation. Okay, first we will do the database. I'll use PHP I'll do a new database. We will call MO. Now we open it and we will do a table with SQL. Okay, and here we start to create table. The table will be users. We need a field. It's gonna be ID, char of 40 characters. Also we need another for the name. All the fields that they have also of 40. The last name, char of 42. And we need an email, is also a char. This will be of 75 characters because some emails are too long. And we need the password. And in this instead char we will put a long text and we put the primary key, the ID field, and we close this and continue. Okay, now we have our users table. Here is empty, no data. This is the structure. It has ID, name, last name, email, and password. Okay, now we go to our Sublime text. Okay, first we need to create a connection. I have already a file that calls connection. For the connection, we first have to do a PHP. Create a MySQL connection. MySQL connect, and here are the fields. First is the server. In this case is localhost, comma, the user, and in this case is root, the password, and I have a password, and then the database in this case is MBO, and semicolon. Save, and now go to our page. First we will create a PHP where we'll do a connection, include connection.php. Also, we are going to activate an alert in case when someone leave a blank field or something. For this, we will do a function, and it will call alert. And we will send two data. The first data will be the text of the message, and the second, the function to activate. Okay, the function that I use here is to reopen the register form or the login form. Okay, is echo, which will be an script which will contain an alert, and it will contain a defined text, semicolon, and the connection. Okay, we copy this script and we add the variables that we are going to receive, and we paste it here. Here it's only a simple mark, simple quotation. In the alert will be the variable text, and the function will be the name of the function, that is the variable. Okay, this is the function that we need. And now we have to do the register event. I already have the form, and here we will do the connection. So we use PHP, and we put an if with a set to know when did it receive the notification. The form will send in post form, so we put this post, and the event that we are going to send, that is the submit, that calls register. Okay, when we receive this element, we will start to get the data. We will receive some data. For example, the name. The name is the same post, and the file, that is name, semicolon, and now the last name. It's the same post. The field is last name, and also we need the email. It's equals post and email. Okay, now the password. Password also in post, the same. And the password confirmation. I take this data from here, that it contains the names of each input into. Is where we take the data when we send a post. Also, you can send it in get. Okay, now we put an if that will check if the fields are empty. In case that the fields are in blank, we will send an alert. So we start with the name. It will be different to this, that is empty. Also, the last name different to empty. The email different to empty, and password different to this empty. Okay, with this now we can do it. In opposite case, in case that some are empty, we will put an alert. We already have the function, so we just put it in the first file. There are empty files, or there are some empty file fields. Semicolon, and the function that we will activate, that is the register form. Okay, and in case that all the fields has some data, we will compare if the passwords are the same. So for this we put password equals to password confirm. In case that both are the same, first we will check in what ID are we in, and we will compare to hexadecimal. This will serve to identify the users and also to code them. It will do a little consult to know how many users are there. Then we will convert to hexadecimal. We will encrypt the password with MD5, and by the last we will do the register on the database. Okay, we start with the consult. A variable consult b equals to MySQL li query, open parenthesis, and the connection, comma, and we do a select of the users table. I'm doing a count to know the amount of registers that are there. With this form, we will know how many data is on here. Okay, now an if, in which we will receive the data in another variable, row, equals to MySQL li underscore fetch uh, underscore array, okay, of the consult variable. Let it do the consult of that. Okay, now we will receive the amount of the ID variable. So we put score row in the position 0. Okay, now we need to free memory. We put MySQL li underscore free underscore result of the consult variable. Okay, now we have the amount of the data on the ID variable. Now we will convert it. ID equals form dec to hexadecimal, the ID variable. Okay, now we need to encrypt the password and MD5 encryption. We put MD5 and the password. Okay, and by the last we need to register the data. We put register equals to MySQL li query underscore query, and we put here the connection comma, and then uh, the SQL. We start with insert into the users table, and then the field name, last name, ID, email, password. Now the values, and we write it. We open a field in quotation marks, the ID, comma, comma, the name, sorry, is with simple quotes. Okay, now it's name, comma, the last name, uh, the the password. And we close the parentheses. Also, we put an or die to know if we have an error. MySQL error I and semicolon. Okay. And if all is correct, we will send an alert with a message that will say successful registration. And the next value that we will send, it's null, so there is any function. In the case that the if of the passwords do not work, and that is this, we change the k to here. Okay, in this case we will send an alert that will contain it will say passwords do not match. We call to the register function, Okay, this is the else. Okay, this is the program to insert the data. Okay, let's test it. Refresh the page. An error in the line 120. I'm missing here the symbols of and. Another on the line 164. I forget to close something. Here. Is the if of session. Is it? Okay, here is it. Okay, we will do an account. Name, last name, the email, and a password. Okay, and register. And we have an error in the 122 and 123. It appears to be the connection. It's because I forget to put it on a variable equals to connection of the database. Okay, refresh. Okay, on the line 133. Where is it? Let me check the error. I'll check the database. Here is it. I miss to put the email. In this case, is the email variable separated with a comma. Okay, and refresh. Okay, and like you see, it says a successful register. Okay, I'll see it on the database. And like you see, here is it. Name, last name, email, and the password is encrypted. Okay, I'll do a register with some errors. The email failed in empty. It says there are some empty fields. Another with different passwords. Okay, and register. And it says passwords do not match. Okay, this is all for this video. Remember that you can download the source code on my page. The link will be on the description. Don't forget to follow me on the social networks and also to share the videos. Okay, bye.